All right, welcome to SRS Chess. I've got my microphone functioning. It was not before. I thought it was, and it was not before. So this is much better, so much better. And I'm going to play a good mix of games today. I'm playing the Sicilian defense, very standard. This is like a closed Sicilian in which I missed the fork. Could have pushed the pawn, and I just wasn't looking on that side of the board. I'm going to trade queens. Now I'm playing 30-second chess. This is an unbelievably short amount of time to play a chess game. And so some of these games will not look like proper chess games that you would think of as being, that's a chess game. You might see these and go, that's like a chess game. And that's what we're going for. So now I can push the pawn. Although it limits the ability of the bishop to do anything, it does ensure that he can't push the pawn. And while I said that, I blundered the entire knight and will proceed to do nothing other than push a pawn to avoid looking bad by missing tactics. And my opponent was unable to make a move in the time he had left. He was trying to physically make a move, and his muscle movement was just not quite there. Please share, like, and subscribe this video as I describe the Nimza Larsen opening, which I just played. I consider this to be refuted, even if you don't accidentally blunder a bishop and your opponent doesn't take it, as just happened in the game. Da 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 da. All right, so for some reason he trades queens. He's not playing in a way that I endorse yet in this game. I will pin his knight, but now he will begin to suddenly play very well. That's my guess. That's just a guess. It's just a guess. So now I'm gonna double up rooks and see if I can't find a way to checkmate him here. I can protect the rook with the pawn, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so he's gonna eliminate my pawn, but I can put him in check. Put him in check, and now I have less than 5 seconds left to play the rest of this game of chess. Can I checkmate him? And the answer is I cannot. I can try to win on time. Let's exchange a rook or take his. Take his. And now to go for a check or just kind of helplessly flail about as I lose the game. All right, so I do suspect that this time format is partially exists just to trick people into doing something that is not fun and extraordinarily difficult. I feel like it's just a mean joke. So I don't usually play it. I usually do it to warm up for 1-minute games. I suppose somebody likes playing it, but I don't really like playing it. I do like checkmating my opponent, and to do that I'm going to try to eliminate his knight and use the knight and the queen in coordination to checkmate my opponent. Now I don't know that that will be successful for the reason that his knight is down by the king. That's a nice way to protect against checkmate in this opening and any queen's pawn opening. So now he gives me a slight edge, a huge edge, and he lets me checkmate him. Great. All right. So that was, I mean, I also checkmated. I mean, he didn't let me checkmate him. He desperately tried to defend against checkmate and was simply unsuccessful. I'm going to play the Slav defense. I play the Slav defense, about 8 different variations of the Sicilian, the Alekhine defense, the Grunfeld, the Neo-Grunfeld, the King's Indian defense, the accelerated dragon, the hyper-accelerated dragon, etc. And I could have taken his pawn with my queen while I was listing those openings. I sounded like Baba in Forrest Gump talking about shrimp. I protected against checkmate. He would have checkmated me 3 days till Sunday, but I did defend against that. Now I have the ideas of using my queen and my bishop in coordination to checkmate him, and I might do that. I think he could have, I'm not sure, he could have taken my queen there. He didn't. He chose to let me lose on time, and he easily did. So I'm fending off a lot of threats. That was a very highly rated player, or alternatively, it could have been a robot. A lot of people do enter robots without a license to do so, and you know, you can only stop so many. Am I right? So now I'm going to try to make a lot of trades. He doesn't have any time, so I feel like I could probably win some stuff from him because he doesn't have time to think. Okay, no, he doesn't need time to think. He ain't got time to think. Okay, well, I had time, but I just want to see if he'll checkmate me before I run out of time. I just want to see if he'll checkmate me before I run out of time. I'm kind of going for a stalemate. It's just there's not really any hope that that's going to happen. All right, so he checkmates me like a robot. That was nicely done. He did checkmate me. Now, please leave a comment if you know whether or not that's humanly possible. What my opponent just did was humanly possible, let me know. I would love to find out. I honestly don't know. All right, so I'm playing another game. I'm playing a G. Oh, G. He is. And he tried to trick me and proliferate my bishop, and I did not permit it. Okay, so now I'm going to try to move my king over because that's what you do. Now he actually allows me to have this open G file, which is like, this was the goal of all those London system kind of things, like Eric Rosen would play. When I started playing again, I would play the London system, which is I played it for a long time, actually. I remember that I was incredibly bad at chess compared to now, which, it's been like almost 8 years, so not surprising. Anyways, it wasn't until recent years that I could play a game of chess this absurdly fast, and even now, I can't play it all the time. We'll see if we can get him into an end game. I can win his rook. We'll see if we can flag him. How about we flag him? And because you can make, very nicely done, because you can make, because you can make pre-moves, it's possible to play a surprising amount of moves per game in a short time format. So this is a very clever idea by my opponent. He's playing I'm playing the Alekhine defense, and the variation continued by white is the 3 pawns attack, but he added queen f3, which is really clever because it stops the first knight hop. So instead of e4, knight f6, e5, he intersperses queen f3. Probably forgot that he did that because he just let me win the queen. So very smart opening preparation by my opponent, and still, nonetheless, makes the Botez Gambit. So we'll see if I can follow later in this game. But first I'm going to defend my bishop, or try to, and I do, just barely. And now I'm going to try to move my queen up, and I'm going to try to find a way to infiltrate. His minor pieces are doing a nice job defending his king, but I might be able to sneak in. All right, now I was not watching that side of the board. I think he could have checkmated me, but I will checkmate him first, and that is a victory. A very nice win. That was one of my highest rated opponents that I've beaten in quite some time. So I'm going to perhaps play one more minute-long chess game. Let's find out. Yes, I do. All right, I have a desire to continue playing a Slav defense. So we've got Alekhine defense, Slav defense, knight f6 openings all the way through, I believe. All right, I have a notification, and okay, it's Linda. That's fine, I'll get it later. So now he's playing my opening. He's playing a Pseudo-Catalan. He's playing exactly like me. This is exactly like me. He's just taking my moves. You're taking my moves. I want those moves. All right, and he's using his bishop pair to great effect. So, what's his rating? It's not high enough. It's not high enough. It should be at least 2,000. So now he can't really do anything with that bishop except defend against my threat of checkmate. Okay, and now I'm a little confused as to why he didn't play a rook to e4. He was a tempo late in arriving there, so I have time to defend against that checkmate threat with my queen. So very instructive for those who are pursuing this opening, either of these openings. And white gets his king mobilized. And okay, I'm a little bit surprised that he initiated that trade, but now I just have to, this is a drawn position, and I don't see anything to push for. I don't see anything to push for. I have 16 seconds left, so I'm going to try to make sure that my king does not step directly in front of his, with pawns yet to move. If I'm going to get this draw, I want to make sure that that he has to move when our pawns are when our kings are across from each other. No, so it does not happen, and therefore I wind up with a draw. That's fine. And now I'm just going to play one 3-minute game with the Slav defense in order to get a little bit more of an instructive game. So capture when you want to win the tempo from your opponent. That's what I did. I won a tempo. Please share, like, and subscribe. My content can't exist without your support, and neither can my c pawn. And he wins it. And now I'm going to protect that pawn. That one was vulnerable. And now I'm going to think about playing this move. Knight to b4. The idea is that I take the light-squared bishop, and then I can capture his knight after that, and he would have to take back with the pawn, weakening his kingside defense. That's the idea of that. Did not work out. My opponent guarded against it, playing expertly, playing like me. Also playing a little bit like a robot, and I'm going to very hesitantly put my queen on the same file as his. So the queens are x-rayed, and he has ideas of checking with the knight and then taking the queen because it's not defended, but right now the queen could defend against the check. So with that in mind, if I could check his knight once his gets off this this d file, okay, I'll accept that rook trade. Good. All right, as I was saying, once I capture back with the knight to continue guarding against his check threats from I'm guarding against his check threats from the knight, and now I'm going to make my own possibly, because I'm noticing that if I check him on the f3 square, then he'd have to take back with the pawn because my light squared bishop is in the way, so he can't take with the queen or he'll lose it. So if I move the queen to the c5 square, then I can check. When he takes back with the pawn, I can check with the queen. Now, is this winning? Not really, because he plays king to h1, and at that point I would have to try to use the queen and bishop in coordination to checkmate him, and he's definitely going to do his best to guard against that. Will he be able to? Very likely, yeah, probably. But it's worth a shot. He does decide to play king to h2, which is probably the more annoying move to play. Now, I can either play queen to h5 or queen to f5. I'm going to play queen to h5. And he plays another very annoying move, blocking my bishop from being able to capture the pawn. So I could play f4. I could check him and allow him to move the knight over to the king side and effectively defend his position and have a hugely winning position against me, and that's what happens. Yeah, another incredibly annoying move by my opponent. Now I can play queen captures the pawn on b2, but I'm not going to because I'm a little bit worried about losing this game if I don't checkmate him. This is a scary move. He wants to capture my f pawn, but I can just play bishop to b8. Now he does check me, and if the queen vacates the c file, so if my queen moves over to the side, either one way or the other, it will no longer protect the pawn, and I might get checkmated. So I'm going to have to find some way of capturing either his H pawn or one of his doubled pawns. I could capture, ideally both of his doubled pawns if I move the rook up, and I can simply take one now. Now I have another idea, which would be to play bishop e7. So move the bishop and the queen to the same diagonal and go for that checkmate. His knight would probably guard against, his knight guards against it. And also he has the capability now of checking me with the queen. Yeah, and that's what he does. Okay, so now all my checkmate threats are gone, and I have to, I'm going to interfere with his eyeing of the pawn, or the diagonal of it, protection of the pawn. And let's see if this is this guy has played perfectly. I'm able to eliminate his passed pawn, but while I'm doing it, he still wins a pawn from me. So, and now he does that. So this is okay, yeah, it's just, well, okay. So please share, like, and subscribe to this content. It shows that you value independent chess content creators. I'm really more of just a chess player. I don't spend a ton of time doing much other than just playing chess and, well, many other things, but yeah, also that. He pre-moved all of that, so I lost. Yeah. All right, so I will go ahead and I'll take a look at how he played. So this has been a very valiant effort, in my opinion. On my part, a valiant effort. I might play one more 1-minute game. I might not. All right, take bets at home about what percentage he played. Let's see, the 90% would be the mark of a very top player, and he surpasses that mark with ease. All right, so I'm going to play one last 1-minute game. This has been SRS Chess. I just play chess because I like it. The short time formats, big fan of those. I just blunt. This is an attempted Sicilian defense. This is kind of like a position you get out of the Alekhine, because we traded queens. It's just a very simple position at this point. I'm able to take one of his pawns. I'm going to go ahead and castle, and we'll see. I'm hoping that what can happen is I can put him in check, knock his king back, see if I have any tactics here. Now, if I capture his pawn, he'll get a passed pawn, and that's what he wants. So he wants to get a passed pawn. So although the moves he's played are very simple, he's playing in a way that is, is pretty much, this is pretty much, I don't want to use the word perfect, but he's playing mistake-free chess. It's very simple chess, but it is free of mistakes, and it is, it's just, there's not really anything I could have done at any point. The best you can really do in a game like this is kind of hold on, and get a draw, which is, that's what a computer would do, but easier said than done. So I have been able to find trades. I've been able to create an equalish position, but he's gonna snatch away my pawns, and he's gonna make it impossible for me to win this game. It is a very fast time format, 1-minute games, not a lot of time, but it is going to be enough time for my opponent to play a mistake-free game, get down to an end game, win my last pawn, and I'm just gonna say very likely he will promote 1 or 2 queens by making about 30 pre-moves in a row, and I want him to, let's get a 2-queen check. I'd like the 2-queen checkmate, please. And that's it. That's SRS Chess.